What's up everybody? Today guys, we're getting to install our headlights on our 2016 F250 XLT. It did not come with headlights. I don't know if that's coming up, or it came with headlights, not fog lights. We're rectifying that today. I'm going to show you guys how to do this yourself. I'm going to have links, affiliate links in the description for all of these parts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're getting started right now. All right guys, so continuing our XLT to Platinum build here, we got Forscan opened up. Just kind of logging in. Don't forget to turn your key on so it can actually read everything, which is one of the warnings I've gotten here as I've had some issues. But getting this logged in, we're going to go first to the wrench over on your left hand side, which has a lot of features like the PATS programming for your keys, but we need to come down to configuration and programming. There will be two places that have turn fog lights on. Enabled, we'll turn them on. Enabled European will let your high beams be on and fog lights at the same time, commonly referred to as Bambi mode from what I've heard. Here's the second place that we need to turn fog lights on, all in the same menu. And we'll come down here to the right section, click that, and it'll just take a second, quick writes everything to it, and that's it. All wrapped up and done. We can get out of Forscan and get back to our project. All right, so this first part, this is how they're gonna come in two separate pieces. I would recommend leaving this plastic on at first, but kind of setting it up so you can easily peel it off later. That's just a protective thing. That's not really a big deal, but this will only go on one way. And how this mounts in the truck is this tab that kind of jets back. This is going to be flat. So this is the top closest to your headlight, and this part here is your bottom. So the only difference from this cheaper kit that I've noticed compared to the Ford one, these inserts here on the Ford ones are metal, so that is a nicer thing, but I don't think it'll make a big deal considering this cheap one here that is like the placeholder, they're all plastic. So this bigger fanned out part here goes towards the center, and then basically you're gonna pop these posts in and that'll fit, and that's how they actually look. The Ford ones look basically identical. There is a gap around here, but again, the factory Ford ones look just the same. So again, make sure there's a spot for you to be able to pull and take that off. You can take it off, just be careful not to mess it up. So here's something really frustrating, but because I want to do this video, I'm going to ride with it, is this piece here doesn't truly press in. Like, so they give you screws, but nothing to really mount around this to hold these two pieces together. Now the piece behind it is what actually is going to mount to the bumper, so it should stay. For sake of doing the video, I'm going to continue, but the headlight, or the fog light, excuse me, that I list down in the description for you guys will not have this nonsense. It'll be the correct way to mount this up. The other option I would have is getting just this piece that would fit correctly. That's a little annoying. I will probably put screws in the back here just because they're there, and it would, I mean, if anything happened. I don't think, because this should press against the bumper, but just as a heads up, this is different on a lot of other setup, so I will figure that out. I'm pretty annoyed at that, but we're gonna run with it anyway and make something happen. These you will reuse from the truck. These are what hold this plastic piece in place. So this plastic piece sits like this. There's two of these at the top that will be on the top just above it, and then one that faces straight down, and there's this little nook here. The other thing you have, and I'll get pictures of some of this stuff for you guys and insert it here. This bracket will sit like this behind your bumper. It's 4 13mm bolts that need to come out, and then this guy was 5/16 that actually hold it in place. So we're going to set this in now. So other than the piece that I'm annoyed about, I want to be very clear. The piece that isn't correct, super frustrating for me. But it does look just like factory there. And why, you can see I actually scuffed it up already, and that's why you leave this stuff on, because there, my fog light's still in good shape, no issues. Line things up. These stay on the outside. I had them kind of wrapped, like where the bumper, I had them inside. They need to go on the outside again. Here's another alignment down. All right, sorry, this is kind of hard to see, but driver side, there's the head or fog light, the wire lumen, and it presses in all along here. You gotta lift this cover up a little bit to get to a couple of them. So I just ran it right there, passenger side, and then here it comes up and ties right in to this factory harness. Does it have the relay or fuse that it needs? Because they're not turning on right now. Or does it need turned on in the in Forscan? So we're gonna go check those two things and we'll be back. But yeah, that's how you route it. Again, this piece here is here from factory, but here's the headlights, or fog lights, excuse me, right underneath here. There does have a protective piece on there you got to take off, which is basically just this plug without any pins in it. So anyway, there's that. They are installed. They do look nice. It is very frustrating that they don't quite go together as nicely as they should. Sometimes you do have to kind of bend this plastic under and above the lip. They can kind of, from just being in the box, get kind of squished down. Worst case scenario, you take a heat gun, heat the plastic up and kind of remold it a little bit. Should be fine. I will most likely find a way to make these work for me. Like they're not going anywhere, but I don't love the fitment. I'm going to get I did look on Amazon. There are aftermarket ones that assemble correctly, so I'm going to put links to them. And of course, if there's any issues with any of the affiliate links I post, please let me know so I can correct it. So I did get a factory Ford one of these. Realistically, I imagine there's plenty, well, I did look this up, there's plenty of aftermarket ones. So I'll have links to brand new Amazon ones, just because if there are issues, returning it super simple. I got this on eBay. 40 bucks, so it was like 10 to 15 bucks more expensive to have a Ford one that's used. This is in good condition, so no big deal. So with this guy, just kind of try your best to pull as straight back as you can. But that's it for that. And then there's these prongs all the way around that you press in. Now the new one, guys, will just go right back in. Make sure to line it up correctly. Again, probably can't, nope. Got that. Everything should have the plugs to it. Now, this has the auto feature, which does nothing at the moment because that sensor's not in over there. I will be showing that in another video, how to do it. I think they look great. But so I did show you guys Forscan a little bit, and also we straightened this light bar back out, which at some point this summer, I actually want to recess this into the bumper to kind of tuck it away a little bit. I think that'll look just a small touch nicer than how it is now. But again, summer project, it's too cold. Anyway, so continuing our XLT to Platinum conversion over here. Stay tuned for more videos. The remote start, having some hiccups getting the screen recording down, but I think I nailed it today with the software I was using, so that problem's resolved. So stay tuned for how to install remote start dirt cheap on your truck, and what you need to have set up in order to do that. Realistically, if you have Forscan in that controller, in the OBD controller already, you're really, and Forscan, guys, is free to use. Not sponsored by them. They can sponsor me, I would enjoy that, but not sponsored, but free to use. I think that's awesome. I do want to say that bracket in the rear that I took off, I am going to put that back on. I'm just waiting a little bit until I have until I figure out what I'm doing with these lights to make them exactly how I want. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying our XLT to Platinum conversion. It hasn't gotten too exciting yet. Do you think it really changes the look of the truck? I do like how clean the new lights are, but I kind of wish I went with smoked lenses like I do on my 6-liter, but they look super clean. like, comment, and subscribe, guys. I'll see you in the next upload.